What's up, guys? Today is day 318 of Deadlift Every Day, and today was the long awaited day of maxing out on weighted dips. And I can already say up front that I am definitely not disappointed with the results. And for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, over the last 2.5 months, I've been following what is called the Just a Singles method. And as the name already suggests, this program is only based on singles. It was originally designed for the deadlift, but as with any program based on specific percentages, it can be used for other lifts as well. The original program also requires you to train the lift 7 days a week, but I made a slight change by spreading out the weekly work over 2 weeks. Now, as far as the actual programming goes, the program starts off with 3 singles with 70% of your 1 rep max on day 1. And every next training day, you add 2 singles, which means that on day 2, you do 5 singles. On day 3, you do 7 singles. And you continue that until you get to day 7, where you do 15 singles with 70% of your 1 rep max. After day 7, you've completed the first mini cycle, and you may add some weight to that 70%. From there, you again start the cycle at 3 sets again. This goes on until you've completed 4 mini cycles of 7 training days, and then it's time to find your max, which is exactly the day I am on right now. Now, after that, it does not mean that the program finishes there, because once you've found your max, you can run the whole program again, especially if you're making progress. Because why would you change your program if you're making progress on it? Sure, I understand that it can become a bit boring to do the same thing over and over again, but if you're making progress, there really isn't any reason to switch to a new program. In my opinion, you should really try to milk a training program for as long as it works. And then if it stops working, you pick something else. But don't just change your program for the sake of it. Or an even worse reason would be to change it because it isn't optimal according to the science bros. Because who cares if your program isn't optimal according to science? If you are getting results, it is optimal for you, no matter what anyone says. And I know I have made the mistake in the past many times before, but almost every time I regretted switching to something else. Not only because I switched to a program that got me worse results, but also because you completely lose momentum. And for those of you who have followed a cookie cutter strength program before, know what I'm talking about. It takes some time before you get accustomed to the program and you actually start to see results. But once you get that ball rolling, you can really go a long way with repeating the same program over and over again. And by switching programs, you really kill that momentum. So be aware that switching programs often does more harm than good. But before we get to the end of this video, I just wanted to say that I am extremely happy with the results of today's max session. It once again shows that you do not need to lift heavy at all to see an increase in your top end strength. And for your information, the heaviest I went on dips was 27.5 kilos of added weight for multiple singles, which really is a fraction of the 80 kilos I managed to hit today. So, because it works so well, I will definitely continue with the Just a Singles method, just with some adjusted training weights based on my current max of 80 kilos. It was a pity that I missed the 90 kilos, but I think the next time I max out, the 90 kilos will definitely be there. It was just a little too heavy today. Right, guys, so that is all I have for this video. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.